Welcome to the evening episode of Toothy Trivia. I'm your host, Emma, and I hope you had an awesome day. I'm going to tell you about another show by Podcast Playground while you floss and get your toothbrush ready, so go ahead and get started with that. Wacky News is hosted by Jackson and Dylan. They are kids just like us, and each episode, with the help of the Wacky News machine, they bring us a cool news story from around the world that is actually interesting to kids, not boring adult news. Each episode also has a number of kid-friendly wacky jokes that are sure to make you giggle. If you subscribe to Wacky News, you will always get the latest episodes and can impress your friends with cool stories and funny jokes on the bus, at school, during lunch, or whenever you want. Just go to podcastplayground.com to learn more about and subscribe to Wacky News. Now it's time to get those teeth of yours brushed. Are you ready? Let's go! Today's trivia theme is honeybees. A single honeybee will visit 50 to 100 flowers on a single trip out of the hive. Bees produce honey as a way of storing for the winter, when flowers aren't blooming and therefore little or no nectar is available. During chillier seasons, worker bees can live for 9 months, but in the summer they rarely last longer than 6 weeks. They literally work themselves to death. Honey is the only food that includes all the substances necessary to sustain life, including water. A typical beehive can make up to 400 pounds of honey per year. Honey never, ever spoils. 500-year-old jar of honey? Open it right up and have a picnic. Flowers and other plants with blossoms have nectarines that produce sugary nectar. Worker bees suck up the nectar and water and store it in a special honey stomach. When the stomach is full, the bee returns to the hive and puts the nectar in an empty honeycomb. Natural chemicals from the bee's head glands and the evaporation of the water from the nectar change the nectar into honey. Out of 20,000 species of bees, only 4 make honey. Although Utah enjoys the title the Beehive State, the top honey-producing states include California, Florida, and South Dakota. A bee colony may contain 40,000 to 60,000 bees during the late spring or early summer. Keep that in mind if you ever see someone thinking about throwing a rock at a hive. Each honeycomb cell has 6 sides. Bees maintain a temperature of 92 to 93 degrees Fahrenheit in their central brood nest, regardless of whether the outside temperature is 110 or negative 40 degrees. When aging bees do jobs usually reserved for younger members, their brain stops aging. In fact, their brain ages in reverse. And you're done. Weren't those 2 minutes easy? And don't forget to go to podcastplayground.com and subscribe to Toothy Trivia so you can get every episode and never rush your brushing again.